both stupid and crazy.
By the way, out there, that hat that you keep wearing, that red hat that says "Make America Great Again," that tells people that you go along with this. So you might as well just put a swastika on the hat.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Not do that. Because we see it anyway.
Well, I think some people resent the question. Like, what don't you get? Look, I'm not going to defend Donald Trump ever, but I would never say that we should put the swastika on the cap, because I think you can hate Donald Trump. You can't hate everybody who likes him. It's half the country. I don't want to live in that country. I don't want to live in the country where I hate half the country, and I don't hate half the country.
How dare you disagree with me?
Bill Maher is tearing through Joy Behar of The View like it's his favorite pastime at this point. It's hard to imagine him being invited back on the show anytime soon. First, he destroyed Sunny Hostin in the most stunning way. Then took down Whoopi and now Joy. Bill, you're on a roll, and you're making a fan out of me. So, what did Joy say to tick him off, and how did Maher hit back this time? Stick around for the juicy details.
And by the way, out there, that hat that you keep wearing, that red hat that says "Make America Great Again," that tells people that you go along with this. So you might as well just put a swastika on the hat.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Not do that. Because we see it anyway.
Well, I think some people resent the question. Like, what don't you get? Look, I'm not going to defend Donald Trump ever, but I would never say that we should put the swastika on the cap, because I think you can hate Donald Trump. You can't hate everybody who likes him. It's half the country. I don't want to live in that country. I don't want to live in the country where I hate half the country, and I don't hate half the country.
How dare you disagree with me?
Wow. Bill Maher immediately dismantles Joy's arguments that paint Donald as a bigot. Behar audaciously claimed that those wearing MAGA hats were the same as Nazis displaying swastikas on their attire. Seriously, Joy? Maher, recognized for his sharp wit and straightforward style, quickly refuted the comparison. He emphasized the dangers of using such exaggerated statements, arguing that they trivialize the atrocities committed by the Nazi regime while alienating millions of Americans who support Trump for reasons unrelated to race. Maher further argued that equating political slogans with symbols of genocide does not promote dialogue. Instead, it deepens the divide. He called for a more nuanced conversation that focuses on actions and policies rather than labels that stifle debate. By oversimplifying complex issues into broad accusations, Maher contended that the left risks damaging its own credibility. Maher effectively dismantled Behar's arguments so thoroughly that even the audience of The View, her usual supporters, couldn't help but applaud him. In a desperate attempt to save face, Behar responded with a typical, "How dare you disagree with me?" comeback, full of indignation. However, the damage was done. Maher had already dismantled her logic, leaving her arguments scattered on the floor like a piñata that lost a party fight. However, one thing is certain about the woke mob. They are like weeds. When you cut one down today, another more ridiculous one appears tomorrow. During Maher's next visit to The View, Behar treated it like her Super Bowl, a chance to finally take him down. However, Maher came prepared, armed with evidence, and ready to dominate once more.
I'm nervous about saying anything against Biden because I feel, not that I have so much power, and you have some more than I do, obviously, but...
Oh, I don't know about that.
Are you afraid that you might, influence people who are on the fence?
I think you lose all credibility. I
Bill
do.
Maher deserves credit for his boldness. Seriously, who else has the guts to walk into The View and challenge Joy Behar on her own platform? He deserves a trophy, or at the very least, a standing ovation. Nonetheless, Behar acknowledges her reluctance to criticize the left, fearing that doing so could influence undecided voters to support the Republicans. Congratulations, Joy. You've confirmed what many have been saying. It's not that Biden is flawless, it's that the left has chosen to ignore his faults and not hold him accountable. Why? So they can revel in the smug satisfaction of their perfect liberal president ruling the roost. But listen to Bill Maher's classic response.
My bond with my audience has always been I don't pull a punch.
Yeah.
My bond with my audience is you're not going to like everything I say, but I'm saying what I really think is true.
And that's true too. Bill Maher has consistently stood by his beliefs, openly criticizing the left, even when it led him into controversial discussions. He has confronted the woke mob, highlighting flaws in their culture, traditions, and methods, all without backing down. Maher was one of the few voices on the left who accurately predicted Trump's victory, while everyone else was convinced of a Biden landslide. This gave him the moral authority to criticize Joy Behar for her blatant hypocrisy and refusal to acknowledge Biden's flaws, even when she is aware of them. Maher's bold stance is a masterclass in maintaining integrity while navigating a political minefield. For example, check out how Maher described Biden's presidency.
Biden just presents as old. It's not really fair.
No.
Because he's almost the same age. Trump is almost the same age as him.
I know.
But Trump doesn't present that way. You know, you look at somebody right away, you can kind of just sum them up. I mean, we are not young, but we don't present as old.
Yeah.
Biden does. I saw him yesterday making that speech.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, he's cadaver-like.
But his brain is good. He's still great.
Cadaver-like? He's got balls of steel, I tell you. But honestly, is he wrong? How many times have we seen the old man pull bizarre public stunts that leave everyone scratching their heads? Remember when he wandered off stage after a speech, looking, lost as though he'd forgotten where he was? Or when he inexplicably tried to shake hands with thin air after finishing remarks? Or the odd time that he tried to smell a journalist's hair? These moments have sparked endless memes and debates, with many attributing them to his age while the media tries to brush it off. Maher's unflinching commentary forces us to confront the elephant, or should we say, the old man in the room. And did you hear Joy Behar's defense of Biden? She literally said, Biden had a good brain. Whatever that means, honestly, nobody does a better job at defending poor decisions and choices than Joy.
I mean, a conservative once said to me, what you guys in the liberal side of it don't get about Donald Trump is we don't like him either.
Yeah.
It's just that in this country, it's binary. I mean, gender may not be binary, but politics is. You only get two choices. And the stuff that they are afraid of, they see Donald Trump as a bulwark against, you know, and that stuff is a lot closer to the home.
Bill Maher is a leftist, but unlike many of his peers, he actually understands why millions of Americans voted for Trump, and he's not demonizing them for it. While Maher cast his vote for Democrats, he recognizes that the right views Donnie as a bulwark against the tidal wave of woke absurdities. And honestly, they're not wrong. Donald represents a lifeline to those who see the country's moral foundation eroding under the weight of far-left ideologies. Whether it's the constant redefining of basic truths or the crusade to cancel anyone with differing opinions, these theories are driving the nation into cultural quicksand. Maher's ability to empathize with the other side while holding firm to his own beliefs is what sets him apart.
It's like my kid is coming home from school and they're not allowed to tell me if they're transitioning. The school is going to take the side of the kid over the parent. Stuff like that.
Bill Maher has a knack for calling it like it is. And one of his most biting observations is how Joy Behar and the woke party practically handed Republicans their re-election on a silver platter. Take the idea that men can get pregnant, for example. Nothing. Screams relatable to middle America, like being told biology is a social construct. Then there's the defund the police movement, a genius plan to solve crime by removing the people who stop it. Maher has repeatedly pointed out that these woke crusades don't just alienate the average voter, they practically shove them into Republican camp. And who can blame them? When you're more concerned about pronouns than paychecks or safety, you're bound to lose touch with reality. Maher doesn't sugarcoat it. The left's obsession with these out-of-touch ideas is why Republicans became the savior for those. Fed up with the absurdity, it's as if the woke mob wrote his campaign ads for free.